Yeah, and just to clarify, social engineering, sometimes it's called funds transfer fraud. Layman's terms, wire fraud is used often to describe
I
it.
call it the 21st century con. It's
Yeah,
like the 31st century digital con. It's when somebody walks up to you and says, "Hi, let's do this," but they're doing it in
exactly.
a digital way.
And who gets conned is your employee. Like, so your employee gets tricked into wiring the funds to a criminal's account, which is often stemming from
Or
a,
even a vendor or partner that you work with,
yep,
right?
yep. And so it stems from of either a phishing email or some kind of fraudulent instruction. And just like you said, because there's been such a dramatic rise in the frequency and size of social engineering claims, insurance companies have responded by implementing what we call sublimits. So I think that's what you're referring to when you say, how do they separate it? So these sublimits are a way that they mitigate, the insurance carrier mitigates their loss in the event of a claim. So you may have a $5 million cyber policy, but when you look into it, it only covers $100,000 for wire fraud due to social engineering. And that's all the coverage you have for the entire year. So for a lot of firms, that's just a drop in the bucket, depending on the amount of money that they're wiring every year. So in most cases, the maximum yearly limit on the sublimit for social engineering is $250,000. So what's the solution? First, you should just be aware of what your policy's limit is. And then we can max out the social engineering limit on your cyber policy. And if you need more, which is common, we can go out and get a separate crime policy. So on the cyber insurance policy, we have a social engineering limit of $250,000, and with a crime policy, we can do the same. And they also sublimit that on a crime policy. So we can max it out to, let's say, $250,000 for social engineering on that as well. So combined, we're essentially stacking the coverage for a total of, say, $500,000 in this case. And there are many benefits to having a separate crime policy in addition to a cyber, social engineering just being one of them.